The Real Estate Commissioner plays a central role in maintaining the integrity and functionality of Arizona's real estate regulatory system. Once appointed by the governor under ARS Section 322102A, the commissioner becomes the executive head of the Arizona Department of Real Estate ADRE and assumes full responsibility for administering and enforcing the provisions of Title 32, Chapter 20 of the Arizona Revised Statutes. The commissioner's authority is broad and far-reaching, encompassing licensing, education, compliance, enforcement, and public protection. Because of the significant power vested in this position, the law also imposes restrictions on the commissioner's activities to ensure impartiality and prevent conflicts of interest. Under ARS Section 322104A, the commissioner's primary duties include the administration and enforcement of all Arizona real estate laws. This means ensuring that every person engaged in real estate activity is properly licensed, that licensees adhere to professional and ethical standards, and that the public remains protected from fraud, misrepresentation, or unlicensed activity. The commissioner accomplishes this mission through several key functions: education and licensing oversight, regulation of real estate schools and courses, auditing and investigation of brokerages, enforcement of disciplinary actions, and issuance of policy guidance. One of the commissioner's most important duties is licensing and regulation. The commissioner oversees the process of issuing, renewing, suspending, and revoking real estate licenses. This authority extends to both individuals and entities, including brokers, salespersons, property managers, and real estate schools. The commissioner must ensure that each applicant meets the statutory requirements outlined in ARS Section 322124 for education, examination, and character fitness before a license is granted. For example, if an applicant has a felony conviction, the commissioner reviews the details and determines whether the offense affects the applicant's honesty, trustworthiness, or competency to engage in real estate practice. This oversight helps preserve the reputation and professionalism of the industry. The commissioner is also responsible for education and curriculum approval. Under ARS Section 32-2135, all real estate schools and instructors must be approved by the ADRE. The commissioner ensures that course content accurately reflects current laws, ethical standards, and market practices. This process not only affects pre-licensing education, but also continuing education for active licensees. For example, when significant legislative changes occur, such as updates to disclosure requirements or fair housing laws, the commissioner may require all schools to revise their curriculum or develop new course content to reflect those changes. This educational oversight ensures that licensees remain competent and up to date in their practice. Another critical duty is investigation and enforcement. When a complaint is filed with the ADRE, the commissioner is responsible for directing or approving the investigation to determine whether a violation of the law or rules has occurred. Complaints may involve allegations such as unlicensed activity, mishandling of trust funds, false advertising, or misrepresentation. The commissioner has authority under ARS Section 322153 to take disciplinary action when evidence supports a violation. Possible sanctions include license suspension, revocation, civil penalties, restitution, or the imposition of additional education requirements. For example, if a broker fails to reconcile a trust account as required by R4-28-802, the commissioner may initiate disciplinary proceedings to protect client funds and preserve public confidence in the industry. The commissioner also has the authority to issue substantive policy statements, SPS, under ARS Section 322104A5. These statements provide clarity on how the department interprets and enforces specific laws or rules. An example of this authority in action is SPS number 2005.10, which confirmed that electronic signatures are legally valid for real estate contracts under the Uniform Electronic Transactions Act, ARS Section 44-7001 et CQ. By issuing such statements, the Commissioner helps licensees stay compliant with modern practices and understand the department's enforcement expectations. Administrative oversight is another key component of the Commissioner's responsibilities. The Commissioner manages the ADRE's staff, budget, and operations, ensuring that the department runs efficiently and effectively. This includes preparing an annual report to the Governor and Legislature, as required by ARS Section 322104C, detailing licensing statistics, disciplinary actions, and industry trends. Through this report, the Commissioner provides transparency and accountability, allowing state leaders to assess whether Arizona's real estate laws continue to serve the public interest. In addition to enforcing laws and managing staff, the Commissioner plays a proactive role in public education and outreach. This includes providing resources to consumers on the department's website, such as license verification tools, complaint forms, and guidance on avoiding real estate fraud. By fostering public awareness, the Commissioner empowers consumers to make informed decisions and encourages ethical behavior within the profession. While the Commissioner has extensive authority, there are also strict limitations designed to preserve impartiality and eliminate conflicts of interest. Under ARS Section 32-2104B, upon appointment, the Commissioner must cease all other business and professional activities that could interfere with or compromise their duties. This means the Commissioner cannot engage in real estate sales, property management, or any other business venture that might create a conflict between personal interest and public duty. The Commissioner must also relinquish any existing real estate license or business ownership related to the real estate industry. This rule ensures that the Commissioner's decisions are made purely in the public's interest, free from financial or professional bias. For example, if the Commissioner were allowed to hold a broker's license while serving in office, they could face a situation where they must discipline a competitor or former colleague. Such a scenario would create the appearance of bias or favoritism. By ceasing all related activities, the Commissioner maintains neutrality, credibility, and public trust. Beyond ceasing professional activity, the Commissioner must also avoid any conduct that could compromise the department's integrity. This includes refraining from accepting gifts, favors, or financial incentives from industry members or organizations. These ethical expectations mirror the standards imposed on licensees under R4-28-1101, which emphasizes honesty, fairness, and the avoidance of conflicts of interest. The cessation requirement reinforces the principle that public service is a full-time responsibility. The Commissioner's role is not part-time or secondary. It demands complete focus on the regulation of Arizona's real estate industry. By dedicating their full attention to the position, the Commissioner can effectively oversee licensing, ensure enforcement consistency, and strengthen public confidence in the state's real estate market. Review summary. In this section, you learn that the Real Estate Commissioner's duties include administering Arizona's real estate laws under ARS Section 322104, regulating licensees and schools, approving educational programs, conducting investigations, and enforcing disciplinary actions. The Commissioner also issues substantive policy statements to clarify the department's interpretation of laws and manages the ADRE's staff and budget. Upon appointment, the Commissioner must cease all business, professional, and real estate-related activities to avoid conflicts of interest and maintain impartiality. This requirement ensures that the Commissioner's focus remains solely on protecting the public and upholding Arizona's real estate laws. Discussion. What statute defines the Real Estate Commissioner's duties and authority? Answer. ARS Section 32-2104 defines the Commissioner's duties and enforcement authority. Why must the Commissioner cease all business or professional activities upon appointment? Answer: to prevent conflicts of interest and ensure that all decisions are made in the public's best interest. What is one example of the Commissioner's enforcement authority? Answer: the Commissioner can suspend, revoke, or deny a license under ARS Section 322153 if a licensee violates state law or the Commissioner's rules. Why is it important for the Commissioner to issue substantive policy statements? Answer: they clarify how the department interprets laws, helping licensees understand and comply with current regulations. What must the Commissioner include in the annual report to the Governor and Legislature? Answer: information about licensing statistics, disciplinary actions, and industry trends as required by ARS Section 322104C. Closing remarks. The Real Estate Commissioner serves as the guiding force behind Arizona's real estate regulatory system. By overseeing education, enforcement, and public protection, the Commissioner ensures that the Arizona real estate market remains ethical, transparent, and professionally managed. The legal requirement to cease all other business activities reinforces the Commissioner's integrity and dedication to impartial service. This combination of authority and accountability allows the ADRE to maintain the balance between protecting the public and supporting the growth of a fair, competitive real estate industry in Arizona.